Hello students, let's start another chapter, class 5, EVS book headlights. The chapter is disasters, natural and human made. Okay, so let's start. We often hear about unexpected events like floods, earthquakes, forest fires, chemical spills or crumbling of buildings happening around the world. Such unexpected events usually kill a lot of people and cause a lot of damage. Hence, any unexpected event that causes a massive destruction to life and property and often also to the environment is called a disaster. See, one mark question, what is disaster? Any unexpected event that causes a massive destruction of life and property. Now see, there is another thing which is given, what is accidents. Sudden events that cause injury to people or damage to property are called accidents. See, there is a difference between accident. Disaster means there is a massive destruction to life and property. One or two people if get affected, then it is generally an accident, right? And accident can happen anytime where caution slips to human carelessness, equipment failure, fall during braking, engine failure, vehicle tire burst. So small things can also lead to accidents, like a minor accident if a water bottle falls on someone's foot. So accidents are generally minor cases, but when we are talking about disaster, like in this question we have, this is an accident, this is a disaster, this is a disaster, this is an accident, this is a disaster. Okay. So 5, 2, 3 and 5, they are disasters because a lot of people have been affected. So we have two types of disasters, natural and human made, depending upon their causes. So when we classify natural disasters, the ones caused by forces of nature such as heavy rain, strong winds, they are called, so ones which are caused by nature are called natural disasters, and the human made disasters are caused by the actions of humans like rail accidents, air crashes, chemical spills, wars. So a difference comes, the differentiate between natural and human made. Caused by nature, example floods, earthquakes. Human made, caused by human activities or actions like rail accidents, air crashes, chemical spills, wars. Okay. Now we discuss the natural disasters given in this book. Number 1, this is an example of an earthquake. What happens? The most destructive natural disaster, massive life and property is affected. What the cause of earthquake? See, this question is given in the back. Cause of earthquake, the movement of tectonic plates beneath the earth. See, the earth landmass has been made by, there are certain plates which we will study in higher classes. They are called tectonic plates. So when they are they actually slide with each other, leading to movement, and on the up we are living, on the surface we feel that movement on the upside, which is called earthquake. So where does it start? These are 1 mark questions of filling the blanks. Focus, the point within the earth where it starts. Point above the focus is called epicenter. The instrument to measure or to record earthquake, seismograph. Study of earthquake, seismology. Okay. So here are the examples also given, some of the examples of earthquake which had happened, like in 2015 Nepal earthquake. So it leads to massive or major property and life loss. What are the safety measures? See, in this chapter, this is a very easy chapter because see, the questions are generally direct. Why earthquake? Name 2 or 3 safety measures. So cyclone, name 3 safety measures. Tsunami, name 3. What are the safety measures which can be done? Move to an open area, away from trees, electric and telephone poles. Use stairs, never use elevators. Why? Because electricity goes off, so elevators will stop. You will get stuck there. If you are inside the building, these are the 3 things. We drop, we cover in underwear, a strong piece of furniture, and we hold on. See, this picture can come. What is this boy doing and why? Which type of natural disaster is being asked? If you are in a car, stop it away from trees, buildings and hoardings. Never use matchsticks because might be a gas leak or a broken electric wire. And if there is a fire, this we had done in safety and first aid. If suppose there is a fire due to an earthquake, we leave the building immediately. Again, never use an elevator. If you see smoke under a door, do not go out of the door. Before opening a door, touch it with the back of your hand. Crawl, see the numbers also come. For fire it is 101, for 112 for any kind of emergencies. And if your clothes catch fire, stop, drop and roll over. This, why we do this, I have explained in the chapter of safety and first aid. Okay. Now we come to the number 2 topic, volcanic eruptions. What are volcanoes? Volcanoes are actually mountains. Which type of mountains? From where some hot gases, molten rocks come out at times through an opening at the top of a mountain or hill. So this is how you are going to write. So what are volcanoes? Volcanoes are those mountains from which these come out through the opening. What is eruption? The coming out. This process is called eruption. Okay. So volcanoes are not very common. They don't erupt daily basis or monthly basis. Some might erupt often, but some takes in years and years, even thousands of years. It causes heavy loss of life and property. Uh, can we predict? Most of the time, scientists can predict. See, we cannot predict earthquakes, but we can predict volcanic eruptions. Most of the time. Most of the time it is written. So what are the safety measures? So let's go to the questions here. Follow the guidance given on the radio or TV. See all the doors and windows of your house. Why? Because those gases are poisonous gases. If you inhale, it is going to damage your lungs and you might get unconscious immediately. The ash do not enter the building. Cover your nose with a piece of cloth so that you do not inhale the smoke. Avoid low-lying areas while molten lava can flow. After the eruption, get medical treatment. So any three you can, generally not more than three is asked. This is for your knowledge, but you should at least remember three. Now we come to tsunami. Now this is taken from the word Japanese. Su means harbor, nami means wave. So this is a picture given of a tsunami wave caused by volcanic eruption and earthquakes under the sea. See, under the sea also there is land, right? So we have, whenever there is a volcanic eruption or earthquake, what happens, that pressure that follows up this movement, it causes the waves to rise very high up, and then it falls on the coastal areas, leading to damage to life and property. This can happen anytime during the day or night. So you have to be very this it is dangerous for the fishing community. Okay, so what can be done? So the measures which can be done are this. See, they are saying that tsunami, the speed is very fast, like that of a bullet train. So whenever, suppose people in the coastal areas, they feel the earthquake, they should immediately leave that area, because they know that after the earthquake, tsunami is going to happen. Just before a tsunami, the water goes back to the sea and sea floor can be seen. This is also a very good point, because they come to know people living there. If the water is receding, it means the tsunami is going to come. Okay. We come to, don't ignore the strange behavior of animals. So this is also important. They have the sixth sense. They come to know when the tsunamis would be there. Remain on higher grounds and hold on to anything to protect yourself from being washed away. So this is an example. This is information, see, which is given on December 2004, which started in Indonesia and traveled as far as Africa and India. Okay, then we have floods. Floods are the most common weather-related natural phenomenon. Natural disaster, sorry. Floods occur when rivers rise above their banks and the water overflows. See, here causes of floods: heavy rainfall, hurricanes, tsunamis, storms, cloudbursts. See, I'm going directly point-wise because this is a very simple chapter. Only you have to remember how floods are caused. This is an example of flood which was in India, Uttarakhand, in the area. Thousands of locals and pilgrims visiting had died. Where there is a Kedarnath temple there in Uttarakhand. What are the safety measures? Stay informed. Do not walk through flowing water. Do not drive a vehicle through the flooded water. Climb onto the roof if your house gets flooded. Stay away from electric poles. This is important. What is emergency kit? See, you need a battery operated radio. You don't have electricity, and for radio you need to have the information what is happening. So a radio is very important. Dried food items, because you are not cooking. So these items can stay. So you need a clean bottled water, a first aid kit. So what is an emergency kit consists of all these things. So you have to remember this. What is a cyclone? A spinning storm that starts in the sea and moves towards the coast. See, remember, it starts, see again in this chapter also we have pictures which can come and identify the type of disaster. High speed winds and heavy rains occur during a cyclone which uproots trees, destroys houses and can kill people and animals. The coastal areas get flooded as these strong winds cause high waves in the sea. Cyclones hit only the warm parts of the world and do not affect the cold part. This is also an important question. Like in India, we have cyclones. In the coastal, they generally hit, especially Orissa. Almost everywhere a cyclone is coming. Very powerful cyclone named Hudhud India hit India's east coast at Visakhapatnam in October 2014. So what are the safety measures? Now this is also very interesting. See, which is given. Mangrove trees cut the speed of the storms and stop seawater from entering coastal settlements. So this is very interesting thing. Safety measures: prepare an emergency kit with food and water. Listen to radio, watch TV for the news. Stay away from sea or the ocean and move to safer areas before the cyclone arrives. Right? There is always an announcement the cyclone is coming. You have to take measures. Fishermen are told not to go inside the sea. Right? Okay. Then we have human-made disasters. We had done example of human-made disaster, that one line which was given in the back, like air crashes, railway accidents, wars. So here one of the very bad disaster was Bhopal gas tragedy which had happened. Many people had died. Then there are wars, environmental pollution. Do you think this is a disaster? Yes, definitely, because of pollution. See, so many people are dying, and it has been said that even people are losing almost 8 to 10 years of their life, where who are uh, living in polluted areas, especially air pollution, right? So, mining, deforestation, and construction directly or indirectly responsible for certain disasters, because earthquake, deforestation, the plants, landslides especially, the plants, they hold the soil together. So if you are cutting the trees, what happens, there is a lot of chances of landslides. Both the frequency and certain disasters such as earth Both the frequency and intensity of these disasters have increased over the years because of human activities, especially deforestation, mining. Okay, what else? How do you help the survivors? See, the government has created a fund which is both national as well as state. Disaster response fund. You need money whenever there is a disaster in any particular area. You need money to help the victims, to take the stranded victims out from there. Then you have to again build the infrastructure of that place. So that fund has been arranged, and there was a disaster management act in 2005 which the government started. After that the fund was raised up. So the disasters which are covered under these schemes are cyclones, droughts, earthquake, fires, floods, tsunamis, hailstorms, landslides, avalanches and cloudburst. Pest attack, frost and cold waves. What is the aim? Rescuing survivors from immediate danger. Number two, stabilizing the physical and emotional conditions of the survivors. What can we do? Emergency services such as hospitals, ambulance, fire engines, police, air force, navy and army quickly start helping and rescuing people. See, whenever there is a disaster, say cyclone in any area, the people are stranded there. Who will go? See, the army, navy, the defense services, hospitals, ambulances, fire engines, they all come under emergency services. The survivors are given with food, clothing and temporary shelters. People who are unwell, they are taken to the hospitals, and the police make sure that peace is maintained in areas affected by the disaster. Not only the country itself has a fund, and what happens if the disaster is on a large scale? See, even India sends to the neighboring countries whenever there is a disaster, food, medicine, and money from neighboring countries come, and even from United Nations. There are certain organizations called Red Cross and WHO, World Health Organization, which also provides food and medical services in the entire world, whoever needs. So these are the organizations. So name two organizations which help: Red Cross and WHO. What does India does for helping the survivor victims? India has established a disaster response fund, both national and state. They help the disaster victims. Okay, so this is a very simple and short chapter. Mainly types of disasters: man-made, natural, cause, and steps, safety measures. Okay. This is unscramble, tsunami, flood, earthquake, cyclone, landslide. This is focus, earthquake, tremors, coastal plains, landslides, 101. See, I have done all these questions, so I'm not repeating it. In this, what can you do to help disaster victims? See, this is a different question, number 8. One is at the government level and what is at the citizen level. See, you can always help by donating money to this fund. This is a disaster fund. So even it is asked whenever there is a disaster to the general public to contribute. You can contribute food, money, clothes, and there are people who are in emergency services. They can even help them with their services. Right, the causes of this, see question number 9 I have told. We have already discussed, and nothing else in this. This is a very short and very straight and forward chapter. Just remember the pictures which can be asked. What is this? What is this picture of which disaster? Okay.